Welcome back to Cinematic Cravings. Some movies just hit you and make you think, there has to be a sequel. And that's exactly what Netflix did. But it's not just about making another movie. Some are coming back because their stories were left unfinished, and some were just the first step of something much bigger. Now, here are the sequels that are about to take over the upcoming season. Some will try to save the world, others their own souls, but they all have one thing in common. These stories aren't over. They're just getting started. Before we jump into the list, if you want to see more content like this, subscribing to the channel and liking the video really helps us out. If you're ready, let's go! Extraction 3. Chris Hemsworth's character, Tyler Rake, stuck with us not just for the action scenes, but because he literally came back from the brink of death. At the end of Extraction 2, Tyler and Nick found themselves in trouble once again, offered a mission by a mysterious man. And that's exactly where Extraction 3 kicks in. What's this mission about? Why is it so secretive? And who are they going up against this time? There's not even a trailer yet, but what we've heard so far is already intense. The movie is expected to be released in 2026, and it's already on the radar of action fans. Idris Elba's character Alcott is going to play a major role this time, and it looks like we're finally going to meet the mysterious boss behind it all. In this film, where Tyler Rake will be dancing with death for the third time, it's not just about physical endurance anymore. Emotional conflicts will be front and center too, because this time it's highly likely the mission will get personal. In fact, according to some theories, this mission might even reveal dark secrets from Tyler's past. Extraction 3 is going bigger this time, with its fight choreography and globe-spanning operations. Especially as Andy Park said, it's not just about brute strength. Strategy is going to play a much bigger role. Chris Hemsworth returning is already a big deal on its own. In this film, we're going to explore Tyler Rake's humanity, his inner struggles, and who his real enemy truly is. With this movie, Netflix isn't just continuing the series, they're getting ready to kick off a whole new era of action cinema. The Old Guard 2. The first film from 2020 had us all glued to our screens, with a team cursed with immortality and their leader Andy's tragic past. The Old Guard 2 takes that story and makes it even darker, even more personal. Andy is now mortal. Yep, a warrior who fought for thousands of years can now actually die for the first time. And that changes everything. It doesn't just make her vulnerable to enemies. It leaves her exposed to the emptiness inside herself. And with Quinn returning, filled with revenge, things spiral out of control fast. It's not just Andy facing a major test in this movie. The whole team is. Booker's still in exile. Niall is now a permanent member of the crew. And Quinn, well, Quinn isn't just an old friend anymore. She's the biggest threat they've ever faced. Then there's Tua, a new addition who might hold clues about the source of their immortality. And Andy's question, why am I still alive, might finally get answered. The addition of Uma Thurman and Henry Golding brings a whole new depth to the cast. Under the direction of Victoria Mahoney, The Old Guard 2 isn't just promising more action. It's turning up the emotional intensity and philosophical depth too. Our characters aren't just questioning their immortality anymore. They're getting closer to understanding what it really means. If the first film got you hyped, this one's gonna wreck you. Because now, these immortals aren't just fighting to survive, they're fighting to understand what life even means. Murder Mystery 3. Every time Nick and Audrey, played by Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, try to take a vacation, something crazy goes down. It's basically tradition at this point. In the first movie, their European getaway ended in murder. In the second, a wedding invitation turned into a full-blown heist. Now, all eyes are on the third film. Netflix hasn't made an official announcement yet, but Sandler and Aniston have been dropping hints that a new adventure is definitely on the way. Sandler even joked, "Are we staying married or splitting up?" These two have become one of the most lovable chaos couples on screen. At the end of the second movie, the helicopter pilot took off with $10 million and parachuted away, basically screaming to be continued. The third movie will likely kick off in Athens, but who's doing what is anyone's guess. And with new characters joining the mix, one of them might actually turn out to be the real criminal this time. Kuhu Verma's character, Syra, mysteriously disappeared last time. Don't be surprised if she pops back up and stirs the pot. And hey, there's even a chance we might see Shaquille O'Neal make a guest appearance. The murder mystery series blends detective stories with Adam Sandler's wild humor, and somehow it works way better than you'd expect. In the third movie, the laughs are set to go even harder, but the romantic tension between Nick and Audrey might also take center stage. This time, they might not just be solving a murder, they might be saving their marriage too. Netflix isn't about to let this series go because audiences love watching this couple stumble into disaster on every vacation. Atlas II. Starring Jennifer Lopez, Atlas began as a story about distrust in artificial intelligence, but turned into something much deeper, an exploration of the human-machine connection. Throughout the film, Atlas Shepard confronted her fears, built a bond with an AI named Smith, and left us hanging with a bunch of unanswered questions. The biggest ones? Is Smith really gone? Is Harland completely erased? That's exactly where Atlas II picks up, turning all that uncertainty into full-blown conflict. Word is, the new film won't be limited to just Earth. This time, Atlas might be dealing with AI threats across different planets. The script is already in development, and it's officially confirmed that filming will begin in August 2025. Jennifer Lopez isn't just the lead, she's also producing, and she's taking this project seriously. In the first film, Atlas was alone. In the sequel, she's expected to fight alongside new allies. She's not alone anymore. But that doesn't mean she's safe. Atlas II is going to have a darker tone and a more intense atmosphere. The line between human intuition and the cold logic of AI is about to get a lot blurrier. According to the director, this movie will focus not just on action, but on the internal journeys of the characters. If the first movie got you thinking, the second one's going to shake you. Because this time, it's not just about one AI, it's about the future of humanity. Netflix is getting ready to reshape sci-fi once again. One Piece, Season 2. One Piece, one of Netflix's biggest live-action successes, has wrapped up its second season, and the Straw Hat crew is setting sail for the Grand Line. Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji aren't just facing new enemies this time, they're facing their own destinies. From Loge Town to Drum Island, this season is going to dive deeper into each character's past and inner struggles. And with Oda-sensei personally on set, it's proof this season will be a full-on visual feast for loyal fans. The new season brings in some of the most beloved characters in the One Piece universe. Smoker, Dr. Kureha, Mr. 3, Wappo, and of course, Chopper. This adorable yet dead serious reindeer doctor will bring a perfect mix of emotion and humor to the series. Meanwhile, the Baroque Works organization is slowly rising in the background. With characters like Miss All Sunday and Mr. Zero stepping onto the stage, the rules of the Grand Line are about to completely change. Every episode feels like a finale now, every scene a battle. After a first season that built an amazing bond with viewers, the second season isn't just promising more, it's being crafted with a level of loyalty that true One Piece fans will totally appreciate. With new cast members, new locations, and a storyline that keeps growing, this isn't just fan service. It's a straight-up epic evolution. The Grand Line is no longer just a goal. It's a trial by fire for the Straw Hat crew. And in this trial, every single one of them is going to have to grow up fast. Havoc II. Havoc, starring Tom Hardy, brought such a raw, gritty view of the criminal underworld that it shot straight into the global top 10 within its first week. Detective Walker's trauma-filled journey and his one-man war against a rotten system shook viewers and hooked them hard, and by the end, it was clear that nothing had really been resolved. Now Havoc II is coming, and while there's no official announcement yet, director Gareth Evans has made it clear this world still has a lot left to say. In the new film, Walker might be up against something way bigger. Maybe an enemy from his past, maybe corruption operating at even higher levels. Plus, some of the side characters who survived the first film are expected to take center stage this time. This world isn't just a battlefield for guns, it's a war of conscience too. And Walker, he's not just a detective anymore. He might be the last good man left in a system that's already lost. If the first movie was the bottom, the second is going to be the fight to climb out of it. There's no way Netflix lets this world go. Having someone like Tom Hardy return to the role won't just raise the bar for action, it'll take the character's emotional depth to another level. Havoc II might end up being one of the year's darkest, most stylized action films, packed with brutal fight scenes and set in the dirtiest corners of the city. Quiet but fierce, filthy but honest. And this world is getting ready to rise again. Heart of Stone 2. Rachel Stone, played by Gal Gadot, took down both human and artificial intelligence in the first film and helped create a new order within the secret organization known as Charter. Heart of Stone blended classic spy action with a fresh burst of energy and became one of Netflix's most watched action hits. Now, with the sequel officially confirmed, this story doesn't pick up where it left off. It drops us right into an even bigger threat. The script is in development, and filming is planned to begin in August 2025. In the new film, Rachel isn't just an agent anymore. She's a leader who makes her own rules. She no longer blindly follows everything AI says. She wants to build a system that puts human instincts first. That's why she's forming her own team. Jack of Hearts is now in the field, and Kia joins them under the codename Joker. Kia, who was an enemy in the first film but later switched sides, is definitely going to face a loyalty test this time, and Jack's lack of field experience could make things both dramatic and unexpectedly funny. We still don't know exactly where Heart of Stone 2 is heading, but one thing's for sure, the promises made in the first film are going to be delivered. Bigger missions, smarter villains, and, of course, a stronger Rachel Stone. Gal Gadot's role as both lead and producer shows her dedication to turning this into more than just another action movie. It's becoming a story centered around a powerful female lead. Heart of Stone 2 is getting ready to go beyond the typical spy flick, with strategy, loyalty, and a story as strong as the beat of the human heart. Alright, so we've just taken a look at some of the most exciting sequels Netflix has coming our way. Now it's your turn. Which one are you most hyped for? Extraction 3? The Old Guard 2? Maybe One Piece Season 2? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if there are other movies you think should have made the list, we'd love to hear about those too. Who knows? Maybe we'll discover some surprises together. Drop your thoughts below so we can keep the conversation going. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us grow this channel even more. See you in the next video.